Polk, Negreanu, Charlie Carell, me.
Yes.
How did you get to work with the titans of the industry?
Most noticeably you.
Of course.
Out of the names.
I mean, that's everybody.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure. How did I get to those names? I mean, I was fortunate enough to be at the right place at the right time. I would say that played a huge role. I gotta give a huge shout out to my ex-sponsor, Gigi. Obviously, I'm pretty sure we can name Gigi. I was sponsored by them, and then at the same time, I launched Karlencho Productions, which is my company that helps poker streamers, poker content creators, poker businesses with their online content. And since I was on board with Gigi and names like Negreanu or Fedor, Holtz were on board with Gigi as well, that's how I got introduced to them, and I was fortunate enough to build relationships with them and then offer them my businesses eventually. When it comes to Polk, it was kind of a same situation as well, being at the right place at the right time. I was just on Twitter. I saw that Polk is looking for someone to take care of his YouTube channel for the Large Poker Club in Austin. And I just shoot him a message. I'm pretty sure there were a lot of guys that shoot him a message, but my credentials and my past work, kind of made him choose me, and that relationship is still going strong. So
Okay, so when people look at the lodge stream, is that your work?
Not the live stream itself. My team, we solely take care of the clips channel.
All right.
So what we do is we take the live stream, we look for the most interesting hands, and then we package it in a clip form and put it out on the YouTube.
That's pretty huge. That's getting popularity, right? So it's really rising. It
is.
Okay, behind the scenes, this is the thing. I feel like yes, people know you in the industry, but generally the editors are not very well known. For example, if you take Wolfgang, he's the #1 in terms of short videos. But I would say like 80% of the work, it's not him.
Yeah.
It's the guy doing the editing. So can you talk a little bit behind the scenes? How does this actually work? What are the unsung heroes, the hidden actual people that make the content like you?
I'm glad you are pointing that out, because I think it's one of my biggest advantages as well. I kind of, when I edit someone's video, people most of the time know that I'm the editor behind it, because I make sure that I'm kind of putting myself into the video as well. So let's say I edit someone else's highlight stream. There's always like a lower bar that pops up and it says produced by Karlencho Productions.
Oh my God, I never noticed that on the lodge.
It's very subtle, but it's there. The first 5 seconds you can already see that, okay, this is done by Karlencho Productions, So I was doing my best to build some kind of a brand using my face behind it, So I think that plays a huge role. When it comes to the behind the scenes of how client work is done, it's pretty individual. Like each client is looking for something else, each client acts a different way, and I would say that the editor's job is to just kind of find what the client is looking for and trying to adapt to it, and make sure he delivers.
How clueless are the poker players when it comes to actually editing, and how much effort goes into that?
There's a lot of effort. Also, I gotta point out that there's a difference between being an editor and being a poker editor. It's a very specific niche that you are operating in. I had many clients that hired an editor. He was like a pro editor, but he had no clue about poker. He had no clue about
That's
poker.
Very common in the industry, extremely common.
Yeah, he didn't know what to look for. So once again, one of our advantages is that not only I play poker, all of my editors play poker as well. We understand the industry. So that plays a huge role as well. Like, I think the best editor for a poker player or poker company needs to play poker himself as well and really understand what's going on.
Right. So obviously the lodge is a massive project. You also worked on the streaming challenge of Negreanu against Polk.
Yes, that was
how the hell? And at the time you weren't that big, right? Yeah. But you were in the studio in Czech Republic. Yes. People think that some people think it's in Africa, some think it's Eastern Europe. Bulgaria, same thing. So how the hell did you get into that? And
yeah. I mean, to be honest, my internet was not the best. So every stream I was stressed that it's going to go down, but luckily no internet issues during this period, which was a long period as well. I think it was like 2-3 months of me doing that project. And how I got that project was very simple. Once again, Gigi, they knew I was taking care of a lot of their live streaming stuff back in the day. They were doing a lot of like influencer projects. I was also taking care of the GG team itself. If they needed some kind of an OBS improvement or whatever, someone from the team, I was the guy that was doing it for them. And then when this challenge arrived, they just told me, like, yeah, this is your project. Do what you can. So I came up with the graphics. Basically the whole thing was streamed from my PC. Like I was like clicking go live and stop stream every night from that little studio, and I had Jeff Platt on the mic, I had Brent Hanks on the mic, post interviews with both Doug and Daniel, and everything needed to be done in a smooth manner. And yeah, I'm pretty happy that that project went well. We literally had thousands of people tuning in every night. I also got to build relationships with Jeff and Brent. I was also hopping into the commentary booth as well sometimes. Let's say Jeff needed a break, I hopped in to commentate on the challenge a little bit. So it was once again, being at the right place at the right time, offering the right thing, and having the right history behind myself.
So basically, you're the secret man that was running the challenge behind the scenes, the stream, Duck Polk against Negreanu.
Yes.
It was very cutthroat back then. More rake is better, billboards in Vegas. Daniel was actually upset. It was COVID. He jumped into, everyone was thinking he's crazy. How fake was this beef? Because it seems like now they're like best friends. Can you tell us behind the scenes? Was there actually tension or was it all for show in the challenge?
I would say that there was definitely a tension before the challenge, but we could see before they started playing online, they had the match in the PokerVille studio. You could tell right there, like they kind of were both friendly to each other, like seeing each other face to face. So I think it was the case of not liking someone without really getting to know someone. And also, poker is very similar to, let's say, boxing or MMA, right? You can see those fighters as well, like having a pee before the fight, and then they are hugging it out after the fight.
Yeah.
So I think they both earned each other's respect, and they kind of understood each other's points after the heads-up match.
Okay, so once you get a little bit bruised and you spend so much time playing, you actually get into that. Yeah. Your journey, of course, started with you were sweating your uncle playing cards. Then obviously there's a probably big scandal right now, big reveal. You were actually cheating. You don't even know, but apparently you were giving him advice at Full Tilt Poker. Very reputable site, guys. So you were sweating and giving him advice as he was playing while you were underage.
I might be the reason for the Black Friday eventually.
But can you talk a little bit about the Wild West, of the beginnings of your career?
So I would say it was 2008 to 2010 period. So my uncle was the one who introduced me to poker, me and my brother. And my brother was the one playing online, and I was the one giving him advice on how to play online. So real-time assistance back in the day, it was very real by me. I did not know that of course, I did not know what I was doing. But yeah, I was just sitting there, and I was studying more than my brother back in the day. So I was giving him advice on how to play hands. He listened. He saw that it works.
So what went wrong? How come he's not in the industry anymore?
He's not patient enough. Let's just say that he's a very wild player. So yeah, he doesn't have the characteristic traits for poker. Very impatient, very wild, very aggressive. I'm the exact opposite of him. So like he's not built for poker. So shout out to my brother.
Yeah, I know you in a Czech interview actually said that your mom could give you a pastry, put you in a room and lock you in for 9 hours, and she would not even know about you.
That was me. I was a very calm child, and that characteristic trait is still something that I possess till these days. I'm a very calm person. Not saying that I can get aggressive. I can definitely get aggressive, but I always find ways to let that aggressivity out some other way than at the poker table, which I think is very important.
Right. Okay. So you went into this for two years. You were playing. Then you had a big breakup, and that's what led you into streaming. Do you think that was the impulse? If you were with your then girlfriend still, you wouldn't be the juggernaut that runs the lodge and all the other places.
Yeah, I definitely played a huge role. I mean, streaming was something that I had in mind anyway, even when I was with her back in the day. But it just allowed me to kind of have the freedom to do it. So yeah, played a huge role. But I think I would do it eventually anyway, even if we did not end up splitting. So yeah. Yeah, I probably would not be the same person now that I think about it, but once again, we are theorizing here, so
Yeah,
we never know
what if
what
if you have the Marvel, what if,
yeah,
what would happen in the parallel reality? So you started with the bankroll challenge, and bankroll challenge is it's notorious. Let's talk about that. Paul, he actually is the one that finished it. Some people would say like a donkey bankroll management, and you started from $10 to 1,000, and it went so well at first. So do you think these challenges? Can you tell us why you actually started it and what goes behind actually almost finishing it?
So the main reason why I started it was there were a lot of changes when it comes to the poker laws in Czech Republic. So my game selection was very limited because of the laws in Czech Republic. So I couldn't play what I played normally, which is at the time I played low to mid stakes tournaments. That was like my main thing. But now obviously I couldn't play that because of the laws. There were some stupid things that were done to online poker in Czech Republic. So I was like, okay, well, what can I do? What's available out there? What I also think would be an interesting concept for the followers to follow. And yeah, I was inspired by that Polk when it comes to the bankroll challenge. Also, Felix Schneider's XFlixx was
Yep.
doing the bankroll challenge as well. That was a big influencer for me as well back in the day. He was actually one of the maybe the only person who kind of was in talks with me before I even became Karlencho. Like I remember shooting him a message on Instagram. He replied. We eventually jumped on Discord. We talked for like 10 minutes. It was really helpful by him. So shout out to Felix. I still remember that. We are very good friends till this day. Um, so yeah, I was like, let me try to do something similar. $10 sounds like an amount of money which
It's relatable,
yeah,
yeah.
it's relatable. Anyone can really put $10 on an online poker site and try to run it up. $1,000 sounds like a respectable goal from $10. So that's what I decided to do. I started with sit and goes. I was grinding sit and goes for maybe the first 3 months before eventually tournaments got reintroduced again on PokerStars. And I switched to tournaments. And long story short, the challenge started in April 2017, and we went from $10 to $952 in September.
Oh, okay.
So very like rocket star, basically. The progress was looking very good. It really looked like I'm gonna do it within 100 days as well, which is even funnier than this. So day 99, I had $952.
Uh-huh.
So I'm like, okay, this is perfect scenario. It's gonna be day 100. I'm $48 away, easy peasy. Nothing can go wrong. It will look epic. Like this guy turned in 100 days, he turned $10 to $1,000. This will be epic. What can I do to make it even more epic? And then I remembered my man Felix. I'm like, okay, Felix actually completed his challenge. Listen, it was a genius plan. Didn't really work, spoiler alert, but listen, great story. So I messaged Felix. I'm like, Felix, I have $952. I'm $48 away. Let's play heads up against each other. $50 heads up. You put your $50. I put my $50. Let's make it epic. Felix, of course, being a guy that he is, he's like, yeah, okay, no problem. Let's do it. So day 100, I had literally hundreds of people tuning in into the stream. It was really hyped. I had Felix, on camera as well, dual stream, and we played the heads up. Long story short, the heads up did not go well. I think in the final hand, I actually jammed like 10-4 off, maybe like 30 big blinds deep, and he woke up with ace king. So I punted. Long story short, I was really nervous. I was really trying to, get that thing done. So day 100, failure. It is what it is. Whatever. I still have $900. It's okay. I'm only $100 away. But to continue the story, the challenge went on for another 2 years.
Oh my God, no!
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
God damn it!
So then it went, and then it went up again, and then it went, and basically, I think the last day of the challenge was maybe like I don't remember exactly, but it might be over 300 days.
Uh-huh.
So there were another 200 days after the day 100, which was supposed to be like a epic ending. At the end, I dropped down back to $10.
Wow.
So, did I complete the challenge? No. Did I lose money? Oh, break even. It's fine. Break even. Did I build my brand in the meantime that allowed me to do things in the future? Hell yeah. Like everything grew. Twitch grew, YouTube grew, Instagram grew, everything blew up. I made sure that I produce content outside of Twitch as well. Of course, there were highlights dropping on my YouTube, single hands on Twitch. So the content machine was running for those 300 days.
Uh-huh.
And actually, people got to a point where they thought I'm doing it on purpose, like I'm making it longer on purpose just to have content, you know? I was not doing it on purpose. I was running really bad. By the way, I was running like shit.
Yeah.
It was insane.
You might not be remembering, but the initial run when you went from $10 to $9.50, maybe you were running pretty well then, though.
I would definitely.
Obviously.
Of course I was. Yeah.
So it seems like you were ahead of the curve. Now the massive trend on YouTube, shout out to Corey and all the guys that basically I gamble my net worth, and Kmart. Oh, I sold everything besides like thousands of dollars of my equipment. Why are people so attracted to people losing and gambling and being in distress, basically?
I think it's pretty easy because most people lose. So it's very relatable for the most of them. So yeah, it's always if you're willing to show yourself lose and also lose a huge amount of money, you're gonna attract a viewership. Not sure if it's the kind of viewers and kind of the follower base that you want to attract to have success in the long run, but it's still eyes on you. So yeah, good for the industry overall.
So just for the relatability. Okay, now obviously you're a big behind the scenes guy. Twitch streaming, of course, it was huge at one point, but is it dying?
I would not say it's dying. I would say it peaked, and after every peak, it happens in a lot of the industries, and not only industries. It happens in the financial world as well. It happens in the crypto world. What goes down, it can go up forever. Like there needs to be some kind of an adjustment phase. So I think that's what's happening on Twitch right now, and you can kind of see the trend shifting as well from online poker to live poker. I would say live poker is the one that's really like attracting the numbers right now. But yeah, Twitch definitely not dying. Poker content not dying either. It peaked at some point, and naturally now it needs to adjust. And then I'm pretty sure it will peak again.
Yeah, it seems like you have Cake, you have YouTube, you have all these other avenues. Do you think this will be the way that people will try to get into these other platforms as well?
Yeah, of course. That played a role as well. Twitch had kind of a monopoly when it comes to live streaming, and now obviously with YouTube and Kick coming into play, they are taking some of their pie away for them. So yeah, played a huge role, but I only think it's good. You want to have competition as a company. It pushes you to adjust and offer the best services you possibly can. So yeah, play the role, but it's only positive. Once again, competition is good.
Yeah, okay. So to end this English part, by the way,
My name is Karlencho. I'm professional poker player and coach. More positivity.
World. I do a little bit of everything. Like I would not ever since I started, I didn't really see a point of me just playing poker and solely rely on poker. There's so much things you can do outside of poker, and still within the poker industry. There's a lot of hidden opportunity that you can capitalize on, and if you're someone that enjoys doing those things as well, it's a huge plus, huge win, huge positive. So I was once again, wired in a way where I always liked doing content. I always liked editing. I was a creative guy who loved playing poker, and I'm combining those two things and pushing them both forward. So, and as long as I'm able to do that, I will keep on doing that.
Yeah, but through that, you actually managed to watch for hours and hours and hours. You watch Negreanu Polk play, you talk to them, So what are the mental game tips you can give to people now, given that you started like this on YouTube? Let's say top 5. What is the thing that people can focus on to do well in poker?
So I will take it in a very broad manner. I won't talk about specific strategies on how to play your ace-x hands out of position and 3-bet pot. Whatever, you can learn that, you can memorize that. I would say the mindset part of it is, be open to ideas, first of all, and be open to opportunities. So be a person that always seeks opportunities, always seeks, relationships, always seeks, potential business endeavors. I think it's very huge in the poker space, and a lot of players are neglecting that. Second part, of course, would be the cliche, belief in yourself and all that stuff. It sounds cliche, but it's true. Like if the kid in 2017 did not believe that he could eventually be in Bulgaria in whatever 7 years, he would not be in Bulgaria right now. So believe in yourself, always be your biggest fan as well is very, really important. Believe in your content, believe what you're doing is good. Third, I would say be authentic, very important as well. Don't try to, be someone you're not. So if you have an accent, lean on to that accent. If you look a certain way, you have big eyebrows or whatever the case might be. I have big eyebrows, by the way. Lean into that, whatever it is, lean into it. It will be something that makes you stand out from the competition. And yeah, I will just probably leave it at that. It was that three.
Yeah,
top three. So let's do it top three.
Top three.
The other two are secrets that you have to discover yourself.
Yeah, exactly. Find it.
Actually, I will give you one more. Do stuff. Don't talk about stuff, but actually do stuff. A lot of people talk, but not so many people actually do.
Okay. Fun stories. Phil Hellmuth story. Go.
The infamous Phil Hellmuth story that you heard about only if you really did your research on me. So props to you once again for doing that. So once again, I'm working with Gigi. Gigi is working with a lot of people at this time, and they had Phil Hellmuth on board for some kind of a tournament. I think he was even supposed to stream on Twitch. Whatever it was, I don't remember the exact details. But long story short, Phil Hellmuth at this time was in Mexico. And he was somewhere in Mexico where there was not the best internet connection. So he had some internet problems, right? So once again, emergency situation. Gigi calls me. They're like, "Yo, Karlencho, you gotta do something. We have Phil Hellmuth on the line. His internet is not working. He's supposed to stream. He's supposed to play. Nothing works for him. He's in Mexico. God knows where. Fix it, Karlencho." I'm like, guys, okay, I'm Karlencho. I do impossible things, but I'm in Czech Republic. Phil Hellmuth is in Mexico. His internet doesn't work. I'm not a IT guy. Like, what do you want from me? So long story short, anyway, I call Phil Hellmuth. Phil Hellmuth picks up. He's like, "Yo, hello, my internet is not working. What can I do?" I'm like, "Where are you?" He's like, I'm at the hotel." I'm like, "Go to the reception. I don't know, ask for a custom internet connection, whatever you can do. Ask for a cable. I'm pretty sure you're on Wi-Fi. Ask for a cable." He's like, "Yeah, I can ask for a cable. I have a MacBook. There's no the Ethernet thing. Yeah, whatever. I ask the reception, and get back to me." He's like, "Yeah, okay, thank you for your help." Never heard back from Phil Hellmuth.
I guess he figured it out, yeah.
He didn't stream. He
didn't stream. Oh my god!
So they just canceled it. And yeah, I was there to save the situation, but unfortunately, I can't fix the internet connections from miles away. It's not the skill that I possess.
Of course, you've done so much content with all these people. Do you have any other stories with these people behind the scenes that you can talk about, of course?
Yeah, fun fact I can maybe give you is that I came up with the name of the challenge between Wiktor Malinowski and Fedor Holtz. So they did something similar that Polk and Negreanu done. And basically, when Gigi was trying to figure out how to brand it, they told me "Karlencho, do you have some ideas for the names?" And what I did is I had like a diary at my studio where I was just writing notes, whatever I had going on, ideas, I was just writing it down. And I wrote down a couple of ideas, took a photo, sent it to Gigi, and they picked one of those names. So I still have I literally have Malinowski versus Holtz, and then I have a couple of names, and then I have the one that was actually chosen, and I have that still in my notes that I still possess. So
who won the challenge back there?
I think Fedor.
Fedor won.
Fedor won, yeah. The face-off challenge, Fedor came on top, if I remember correctly. I think it was Fedor.
Okay, so anyway, guys, shout out to, we are at the Smart Poker Tour, by the way. I think it's a Bulgarian thing. We're trying to expand it. KKPoker is a local site, so shout out to them for inviting us here, of course. And yeah, you can check out Karlencho. I mean, it's easy. You made it really easy. Just put in Karlencho, they will basically find you.
Yeah. Besides OnlyFans, I'm everywhere. OnlyFans may be coming in a bit.
It's OnlyFans. Could we making it work for poker?
Man, I think so. If you're creative enough, probably not with me, but maybe with some poker chick. I think that's possible. If you're a dude, no. If you're a girl.
Oh wow, yeah. So first poker chick on OnlyFans is gonna make.
I think there are some.
There are some.
I don't want to drop specific names.
Let's not drop the names, please. Let's not drop specific names.
Not get into controversy.
Controversy is fine. Okay. Anyway, thank you so much, guys.
Thank you so much.